She turns to look at the destruction, despite the angel's command, despite the warning ringing in her ears. And instantly, she is transformed into a pillar of salt. The Bible does not explain her actions, leaving room for reflection, debate, and interpretation. Some say it was curiosity, a simple human urge to witness a disaster she could not fully comprehend. Others argue attachment to the past. Her heart could not leave behind the life she knew, even in its ruin. Some see sympathy for the wicked, a forbidden compassion for the very people who brought ruin upon themselves. And others interpret it simply as disobedience, failure to heed God's command, a tragic consequence of ignoring divine instruction. Her fate stands as a timeless warning. Even in escape, even with mercy extended, failure to fully obey or to let go of the past can carry deadly consequences. Sodom and Gomorrah are gone. The plain is silent. Only smoke rises, a reminder of both God's power and his patience. Those who survive witness the aftermath, a stark contrast between mercy and judgment, obedience and defiance, life and death. The morning air is heavy with ash. Abraham stands where he had spoken with God just the day before, his heart still carrying the weight of conversation and intercession. His eyes stretch across the horizon, toward the plain where Sodom and Gomorrah once thrived. All he sees now is dense smoke rising like a furnace, curling into the sky, a stark, unyielding reminder of judgment fulfilled. And yet, amidst the devastation, Abraham is reminded of mercy. God remembered him. He remembered the covenant. He remembered the promise. Lot was spared, not because he was flawless, not because his life exemplified perfect righteousness. Lot was spared because of God's covenant relationship with Abraham, the man who dared to intercede, the man who pleaded for the lives of strangers, the man who understood that righteousness was not about perfection, but about recognizing and honoring God. Hey, in the aftermath of total destruction, the lesson is clear. God's mercy often moves through relationships, through faithfulness, and through intercession. It is a mercy that can rescue even the imperfect, the fearful, and the hesitant. And as Abraham watches the smoke rise, he sees both the power of God to destroy and the faithfulness of God to preserve. The ruined cities stand as a warning. The spared lives stand as a testament. And Abraham knows God's promises are never empty. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is not just about cities destroyed. It is about human hearts, choices, and consequences. First, it reminds us of the gravity of unchecked sin. When a society turns away from righteousness, when evil becomes celebrated and normalized, destruction is not only possible, it is inevitable. The men of Sodom were not just sinners. They were blinded, completely unable to see the truth, the moral compass erased by years